KOFO, your sports source for East Central Kansas, welcomes you to this broadcast of Ottawa University Lady Brave Softball, live from the KCAC tournament in Great Bend. This KOFO sports broadcast on 103.7 FM, 1220, and online at KOFO.com is brought to you by Sutton's Jewelry, Quality Structures Incorporated, Advent Health Ottawa, Lamb Roberts Funeral Home, Ottawa University, and by Kramer Pharmacy, Kansas State Bank, Cosentino's Price Chopper. This Lady Brave softball broadcast is also brought to you by the Ottawa Recreation Commission, Adamson Brothers, Dingle & Son Mortuary, CarStar, C.S. Cunningham Construction, and by the Ottawa Herald and the City of Ottawa. Now for OU Lady Brave softball, let's join KOFO's Casey Weeder.
Welcome back to Great Bend, Kansas, as the Lady Braves get set to take on the pitcher of the year, Christy Betker, and McPherson College Lady Bulldogs, the co-KCAC champions of the regular season that they split with Avila. Both these teams have one loss in this tournament. McPherson lost to Friends yesterday, and Ottawa lost to Avila yesterday as well. As Ottawa gets set to take on McPherson College, these two teams split in the regular season. Ottawa winning Game 1 by the score of 2-0 and losing Game 2 6-4. Ottawa did lead in Game 2, but McPherson able to score 3 runs in the 5th and 1 in the 6th to take the 6-4 victory. These two teams played in the KCAC tournament a year ago in the first round, Ottawa winning 3-2, so it's going to be a good one as the Lady Braves get set for their second game of the day after getting a victory 5-3 over Kansas Wesleyan about 30 minutes ago, as Ottawa had to pick their stuff up and come on over to the championship field to get things started here in just a couple minutes. The coaches are trading rosters. We'll take a quick break. When we come back, we'll have your starting lineups. You're listening to Lady Braves softball on 1220 and 103.7 FM KOFO.
What it means to be an OU Brave is to be yourself. What I've learned here is I've created memories with friends, and I was actually really comfortable being in my own skin here. Everybody has their own personality, and we're all unique here, just trying to live significant lives. And I think I'm going to leave here with an imprint that will last forever and that I can hold on to and look back at and laugh at and see that I not only learned something, but I created friendships and memories that will always stick with me. That's what it means to be brave, to be yourself.
Be a Brave. Visit ottawa.edu. KOFO and State Farm agent Ryan Disbro are at it again, sending you to the K to see the Kansas City Royals this season. To win tickets, register at Ryan's State Farm office at 504 Redbud Avenue in Garnett, and you could be there to see the Royals host the Phillies on May 11th. We'll announce the winner on May 9th during the Brad Howard Early Morning Show.
Yarborough works from the stretch, and the lefty deals, and he butts it to the right side. Pitcher has it. His only play will be to first, but nobody's home, and everybody's safe, and the Royals lead is 3-1.
Register now to see the Kansas City Royals from State Farm agent Ryan Disbro and KOFO.
Welcome back to Great Bend, as the Lady Braves will be the away team today as they face the number 2 seed McPherson College Bulldogs. Starting lineup for the Lady Braves: batting first, Corey Lacey, the left fielder; batting second, the center fielder, Sammy Bates; batting third, the shortstop, Allison Carney; batting fourth, the designated player, Elena Cott-Lori; batting fifth, the third baseman, Alexa Romero; batting sixth, the first baseman, Lindsay Loomis; batting seventh, the second baseman, Shayla Kao; batting eighth, the catcher, Sierra Retley; and batting ninth, the right fielder, Tommy Lynn Hickman. Brandy Kaler will be on the mound for the Lady Braves. For McPherson College, at 33-15 on the year, batting first, the center fielder, Jessica Jones; batting second, the third baseman, Kylisha Taylor; batting third, the catcher, Jenna Christensen; batting fourth, the first baseman, Maylee Deutsch; batting fifth, the shortstop, Destiny Bacon; batting sixth, the right fielder, Allie Smith; batting seventh, the left fielder, Peyton Davies; batting eighth, the second baseman, Jordan Correa; and batting ninth, the designated player, Chelsea Conrad. And on the mound, the KCAC pitcher of the year, Christy Betker. We'll take one more quick break. When we come back, we'll have first pitch. You're listening to Lady Braves softball on 1220 and 103.7 FM KOFO.
This is Eric Price, funeral director at Lamb Roberts Funeral Home in Ottawa, Baldwin City, and Overbrook. Our staff knows the importance of working as a team to take care of you in your time of need. We want to show the youth in our communities that we support their teamwork as well by sponsoring this broadcast. I invite you to visit lamb-roberts.com.
This is Craig Dingle of Dingle & Son Mortuary. Pre-arrangements make the difference of a family that is stressed and a family that is free to grieve, to celebrate a life. Consider making your pre-arrangements to lift the burden.
Dingle & Son Mortuary, 785-242-2323.
America is kept safe because the Army National Guard responds, protects, and supports our nation when it needs them most. The Army National Guard responds to disasters such as wildfires and floods. They protect us with missile defense, cybersecurity, and civilian support teams for chemical, biological, and radiological hazards. Be there for your community and your country. Visit NationalGuard.com to learn more about part-time service. Sponsored by the Kansas Army National Guard. Aired by the Kansas Association of Broadcasters and this station.
Bulldogs have taken the field as Christy Becker in the circle. 1.37 ERA. That is second in the conference. This will be her 30th appearance of the year. Started 25 games, 16-9. Gone 168 innings, given up 130 hits, 33 earned runs. Opponent batting average of .207. As Ottawa was able to put 4 runs on her in the series against McPherson on the road earlier this year. She came in relief in Game 1 when Ottawa was up 2-0. Didn't give up any runs in Game 1. So leading it off for the Lady Braves will be Corey Lacey here in Game 2. The winner of this one knows their opponent, as it will be Avila University, who fell in the winner's bracket to Friends University a couple hours ago. So the Eagles will be back here to take on the winner of this one, as we're down to just 4 teams remaining in the KCAC tournament, as Corey Lacey is ready to go for Ottawa. Lacey, a .289 average, no home runs, 18 RBIs. And the wind blowing in at 17 miles an hour from left field. It is going to be difficult to drive the ball here at the championship field, as it really is blowing in strong. So you're going to want some good line drives. Anything in the air is going to be pretty easy to play for the rest of the afternoon. First pitch to Lacey is high. Second pitch, breaking ball catches the middle part of the plate, and the count to 1-1 on Corey Lacey. One pitch outside, and the count to 2-1. Defensive alignment for the Bulldogs. Davies in left, Jones in center, Smith in right. Third base Taylor, shortstop Bacon. Second base Correa, first base Deutsch, and the battery of Christensen and Becker. 2-1 pitch to Lacey. She'll foul it away down the third base side. Count to 2-2. Lacey against Kansas Wesleyan went 1 for 4. Had an RBI single. And she's going to hit this one to center field. Coming in strong is the center fielder Jones, and she'll make the grab for the first out. And that was well hit, but just got caught up in the wind blowing in from left center. 1 out here in the top of the first inning. And Sammy Bates comes to the plate for Ottawa. Bates had an RBI ground out back in the 5th inning against the Coyotes. First pitch to Bates. Fastball for a strike. Bates was 0 for 3, but had that RBI. This one's going to be hit to center field. Going back is Jones, right at her one more time, and she'll make the grab. Another well-hit ball. Just unfortunately, a little different structure than what Ottawa had got to deal with in the Kansas Wesleyan game, where anything in the air had a chance to go over the head of the outfielders. And in that case, Jones actually took a couple steps back, which is what you're supposed to do, but a little surprised at how much that died on the way to her. Allison Carney to the plate. Takes a fastball inside for ball 1. Becker not looking to mess around. 197 strikeouts this season and 169 innings pitched. 1-0 pitch to Carney. Fastball in there for strike 1, and the count goes even. McPherson coached by KCAC Coach of the Year, Tony Segovia. 2 outs, top of the first. 1-1 pitch to Carney. Lines this one to short. Takes a couple up, kicks off the foot of the shortstop Bacon. And that's going to be charged as an error, as Ottawa has a base runner with 2 outs. McPherson had 3 errors in their game against Tabor. That was won in the bottom of the 8th inning. 1-0. Madison Bird again for Tabor goes the distance. Unfortunately, for the second time in this tournament, her team comes up short. First pitch inside, catches the corner to Elena Cott-Lori. The designated player, play catcher against Kansas Wesleyan, will be the designated player here for Ottawa in their second game of the day. 2 out, top of the first, runner at first for Ottawa. 0-1 pitch to Cott-Lori, rips one down the line, and it's just foul, as she was all over that fastball from Becker. Becker not afraid to go after Cott-Lori. Like some of the other pitchers we've seen this week, Avila didn't want any part of Cott-Lori. So Becker going to challenge her. 0-2 pitch to Cott-Lori. Fastball outside, count to 1-2. And Becker is fresh as their number 2 pitcher, who's also in the top 5 in ERA, Baroni, went in game 1. Another fastball low, and the count's at 2-2. Baroni actually went 8 innings, gave up just 2 hits and 2 strikeouts against the Blue Jays from Tabor College. 2-2 count to Cott-Lori. She'll rip this one over the head of the third base, and that's going to make its way to left field. And Ottawa with runners at first and second now and 2 outs for Alexa Romero. Brings up Alexa Romero. Romero playing third base in game 2. Takes fastball just above the belt for strike 1. Cott-Lori all over that fastball from Becker on that 2-2. Rips it down the line. Ottawa trying to get something going with 2 outs. 0-1 pitch to Romero. He'll pop it up in the infield for a lazy fly ball, which will end the inning. Ottawa does get 2 hits, but no runs scored in the top of the first with the Bulldogs coming to the plate. You're listening to Lady Braves Softball on 1220 and 103.7 FM KOFO.
Need a recap of the ball game? Subscribe today and never miss a score by reading the Ottawa Herald sports page or visit online at ottawaherald.com. A 3-month subscription is only $24 plus tax, and that includes internet access. Call the Ottawa Herald at 242-4700, option 2.
Do you know if your AC is ready to beat the heat this summer? You can find out by calling Adamson Brothers today at 785-242-9273. Adamson Brothers, maintaining your comfort for over 30 years.
KOFO is your home for Kansas City Royals baseball in East Central Kansas. Whether it's at the K or away, you can hear all the action in 2019 on 103.7 FM and 1220. Brought to you by our title sponsor, State Farm Insurance Agent Ryan Disbro in Garnett, and our many game sponsors who make the broadcast possible. We encourage you to visit these fine merchants who know what it means to be always royal. Your sports source and home of the Kansas City Royals in East Central Kansas is KOFO.
Second team all-conference pitcher Brandy Kaler on the mound. 3.86 ERA, 9-5 on the season. Be her 20th appearance, 17th game started. Batting average at .314 and has gone 98 innings. Kaler, the freshman from Topeka, Kansas, right-handed hurler for Ottawa. Leading it off for the Bulldogs will be Jessica Jones. .470 average, 2 home runs, 15 RBIs. First pitch to Jones. Fastball in there on the inside part of the plate for strike 1. Bulldogs 33-15 on the season. Ottawa 26-19. 0-1 pitch, a little low. And pretty close. I'm surprised they didn't try and appeal to first base as Jones kind of kept that bat out there a little longer. But they did say she didn't go around, so we count it 1-1 to Jones. 1-1 pitch from Kaler. Showing bunt is Jones and misses on the attempt. Count to 1-2. Bulldogs going with red jerseys and black pants today. Have the Bulldog head on the chest. Numbers in white, outlined in black. Red socks. 1-2 pitch. Foul back and off the screen as Retley looking to chase it. As it hits the screen. Goes to a dead ball. McPherson, the co-KCAC champions. Avila has the tiebreaker where they would go to the national tournament. 1-2 pitch. This one's going to be hit to short to Carney. It's going to bounce, and it's going to be an infield single. Too much speed for Jones going down the line, and McPherson gets a leadoff single to start the bottom of the first inning. Avila had the tiebreaker over McPherson, so the Bulldogs would either need Avila to win the tournament or win it themselves to move on to the national playoffs. Right now, Friends sitting in the driver's seat as they have won 3 games to start this tournament and find themselves in the championship series. Batting second will be Kalisha Taylor, third baseman. First pitch to Taylor shows bunt. Looking to take second was Jones, but Retley comes up firing. And staying at first is Jones. That pitch a little outside. Count at 1-0 to Taylor. Bulldogs with just 4 hits against Madison Bird. Taylor, 376 average. Driven in 37 batters on the year. Throw down to second. Jones is safe as she steals the bag. Well, runner in scoring position with no outs here in the bottom of the first inning for the Bulldogs. Count at 1-1. Taylor has 4 home runs. 455 on base percentage. 1-1. This one's going to be popped up in the infield. Carney makes the catch for the first out of the inning. Brings up the catcher, Jenna Christensen. Christensen, the leader in the conference in RBIs. Strolls to the plate with a runner in scoring position. First pitch from Kaler. Hit off the inside of the glove, and that's going to be a base hit, and they're going to send the runner home. Throw to the plate is too high, and that's going to allow Christensen to go to second, and McPherson leads 1-0. The throw from Bates in center field went over the head of Retley. And McPherson takes an early 1-0 lead. As Christensen stands on second base, as that is her 56th RBI of the year. Brings up Miley Deutsch, first baseman. First pitch to Deutsch, foul off the McPherson dugout. Count 0-1. Deutsch going with the work gloves. Remember last year that was a big thing. One of the few players in the conference that wears those. 0-1 pitch, breaking ball outside, count 1-1. Curious to see if those are deerskin gloves or another kind. Guess you don't have to worry about breaking in a whole lot of gloves throughout the year if you just have one pair. Count 1-1 to Deutsch, 1 out. Bottom of the first, McPherson scored 1. 1-1 pitch in the dirt. Retley blocks it, keeps it in front of her, and the count to 2-1. McPherson on the year has outscored opponents 28-20 in the first inning. 2-1 pitch to Deutsch. Hit deep to left field. Lacey going back, and it is foul as it did go over the fence. As Deutsch hit that one deep to left field and cleared the temporary fence. Still going with the temporary fence today as the warning track must still be muddy. Two count, 1 out, bottom of the first. 2-2 pitch, fouled back with the breaking ball from Kaler. Deutsch, the sophomore from Palmer, Texas. Digs back in. 2-2 pitch, breaking ball outside, and the count to 3-2. Christensen standing on second base, had a single and then took second on the throwing error. Which was not ruled a throwing error, excuse me. So McPherson was charged with an error in the first inning. So Ottawa ended up with just 1 hit. They've had 2 hits in the inning of the Bulldogs. 3-2 pitch, rise ball high, and it's a walk for Deutsch. First walk of the afternoon issued by Kaler. Brings up the shortstop, Destiny Bacon. Sophomore from La Mesa, California. Bacon, 326 average, no home runs, 12 RBI. She'll show bunt, then bring it back. Fastball a little high. Count at 1-0. Ottawa gave up 3 runs in the first inning to Avila yesterday in that 8-inning loss, 7-6. 1-0 pitch, fouled with the bunt. Count goes to 1-1. Ottawa did have a 5-3 lead in the 4th inning to Avila. And Avila came back, scored 2, make it 5-5. Ottawa went down 6-5 in the top half of the 7th, but in the bottom of the 7th, got an RBI single from Lindsay Loomis to tie it at 6, and then Avila won it in the bottom half of the 8th. 1-1 count, 1 out, bottom of the 1st. Runners at 1st and 2nd for the Bulldogs. 1-1 pitch, swinging strike there from Bacon. Count to 1-2. Kaler has thrown 19 pitches in the inning already and just 1 out. 1-2 pitch, upside, count to 2-2. Ottawa's freshman, Saunders, pitched game 1 against Kansas Wesleyan. They bring out another freshman in Kaler. 2-2 pitch from Kaler. Little outside, and they'll do a throw down to first from Retley. Count goes full. Getting back in time was Deutsch. Full count, 1 out to Bacon. Three-two pitch from Kaler. Line to left field. Lacey going back, looking into the sun, makes the catch for out number 2. And the shadows will become a factor as they have already creeped into one portion of the batter's box. And as the sun continues to go down behind us, those will become a huge factor. So that run from McPherson is big time. Runners at 1st and 2nd, 2 outs for Allie Smith, the right fielder. 6th batter of the inning for the Bulldogs. First pitch from Kaler, fastball for a strike. Temperature at first pitch, 71 degrees is what we had. That wind out of the south-southeast at 17. 0-1 pitch, just misses. Count to 1-1, and from here looked really good. Christensen standing on second, Deutsch at first, 2 outs. Bottom of the 1st inning, McPherson leading 1-0. 1-1 pitch, fouled out of play. Down to 1-2. Kaler took the loss to McPherson in that game 2. 6-4, went 4 innings. Gave up 5 runs on 6 hits. 1-2 count to Smith. Pitch from Kaler. Fouled and out of play. Count remains at 1-2. Winner of this one takes on Avila at 7:30. McPherson won their first game of the tournament 3-1 over Kansas Wesleyan. Then fell to Friends University. 1-2 pitch hit to third base, and it is foul. Off the glove of Romero, but it was already in foul territory. Count remains at 1-2. Head coach Tony Segovia going from Friends University over to McPherson. And then Tabor's head coach going from Tabor to Friends. So some interesting matchups. Some interesting changes in the offseason. 1-2 pitch, right ball, strikeout for Kaler. Gets out of the inning, but Ottawa gives up 1 as the Bulldogs lead 1-0 as we head to the 2nd inning. You're listening to Lady Braves Softball on 1220, 103.7 FM, KLFO.
I came here to run cross country, and it ended up being way different than I thought it was going to be. It's unlike anything I've ever been a part of to be on the team. Everyone is so completely different. There are people you never thought you'd be friends with, nothing like your outside friends, but somehow you all click to be the same and have the same interests, but yet completely different. Everyone's always there for you. It's not just about running. Friendships and families, like they're your siblings when you're away from home. That's what it means to be a part of the Braves cross country and track team, to be a family.
Be a Brave. Visit ottawa.edu. The year was 1949. Harry Truman was in the White House. The Yankees won the World Series. Vaughn Monroe was on top of the charts.
Ghost riders in the sky.
And KOFO was on the air. Thank you for listening.
70 years of information and entertainment. KOFO.
McPherson College sends 6 batters to the plate in the bottom of the first, and they score the first run of the game as they lead 1-0 over Ottawa in the top of the second. Lindsay Loomis leads off for Ottawa. She's followed by KO and Retley. Loomis, .250 average, 1 home run, 14 RBIs. Matchup against Kansas Wesleyan. Loomis was 2 for 2, as she was actually walked and hit by a pitch as well. Loomis facing Betker. Ottawa was able to get after Betker a little bit in that first inning, gave up a hit. Ottawa did have runners at first and second, as Carney reached on an error and Kyle Laurie had a single. Loomis, the left-handed hitter, faces Betker. First pitch from Betker, swinging strike from Loomis, and the count to 0-1. Oh, 1 pitch coming from Betker. Swinging strike again from Loomis. Loomis, the junior from Wichita, Kansas. Behind in the count at 0-2. 0-2 pitch from Betker, a rise ball high, and the count to 1-2. One-two pitch, swinging strike from Loomis, and she'll strike out on 4 pitches. First strikeout of the afternoon for Betker. Brings up Shayla Ko, the second baseman. Ko, who had a 2 RBI double back in the 6th inning against Kansas Wesleyan, will come to the plate. First pitch to Ko, swinging fly ball to left field, lazy fly ball. And the catch will be made in left field by Davies for out number 2. So 1 pitch and another out. Brings up Sierra Retley. Retley was 1 for 1. Had an RBI. Kansas Wesleyan was hit by a pitch and also drew a walk. Betker's only thrown 23 pitches. 1-0 pitch to Retley. Fastball high, count to 2-0. Pitch to Retley. Fastball high, count to 3-0. Ottawa was able to get a little bit of a 2-out rally going in the last inning as they got runners at first and second. So the first 2 batters of the game flew out to center. 3-0 pitch from Betker. Fastball for a strike. Count to 3-1. Retley's average out to 271. 7 RBIs. Retley playing catcher in the second game, and she'll pop up to Christensen, and she'll make the grab for the 3rd out. So Ottawa goes in order. Get to the bottom of the second. You're listening to Lady Braves Softball on 1220 and 103.7 FM KOFO.
Have you ever walked into a business and been treated so well by the people that work there, you can tell they were meant to do what they do? That's what you feel when you walk into Sutton's Jewelry in downtown Ottawa. For more than 50 years, you've been treated with personal service and attention while being shown the best in high-quality jewelry and accessories. If you want to drive out of town, be treated like a number so an associate can make a commission, and walk out with jewelry like everybody else, go right ahead. But for a unique jewelry buying experience, walk into Sutton's Jewelry at 213 South Main in downtown Ottawa. Open Tuesday through Friday 10 to 5:30, Saturdays 10 to 2. KOFO and State Farm agent Ryan Dispro are at it again, sending you to the K to see the Kansas City Royals this season. To win tickets, register at Ryan's State Farm office at 504 Redbud Avenue in Garnett, and you could be there to see the Royals host the Phillies on May 11th. We'll announce the winner on May 9th during the Brad Howard Early Morning Show.
Yarborough works from the stretch, and the lefty deals, and he butts it to the right side. Pitcher has it. His only play will be to first, but nobody's home. And everybody's safe, and the Royals lead is 3-1.
Register now to see the Kansas City Royals from State Farm agent Ryan Dispro and KOFO.
Welcome back as we start the bottom of the second inning. Leading off will be Peyton Davies from McPherson, the left fielder, followed by Correa and Conrad, 7, 8, and 9. Davies, 160 average, 2 home runs, 16 RBIs on the season. Kaler had 28 pitches in the first inning, gave up 2 hits, 1 earned run, 1 walk, and a strikeout. Ottawa needs a quick inning here. Try and get the bats woken up. Fastball high, swinging strike as Davies a little behind that. Count at 0-1. Oh, 1 pitch. Low for ball 1 and the count to 1-1. Davies, the right-handed hitter. 1-1 pitch, swinging to the third baseman and making the grab is Alexa Romero, who had enough time to stick her glove in the air and make the grab as that was tattooed down the line, and luckily for Romero, she was able to get her glove up to not only protect herself and make the catch. She's looking right into the sun. First out in the bottom of the second with Ottawa trailing 1-0 to McPherson. Goodness. First pitch fastball to Jordan Correa, the second baseman. A 1 pitch from Kaler, fouled off the McPherson dugout. Count to 0-2. .071 average for Correa. No home runs, 1 RBI. 0-2 pitch, little outside. Count to 1-2. One-two pitch from Kaler. Breaking ball outside. Count to 2-2. Tried to go back to the slider and held on to it a little bit too long. Correa has gotten it to 2-2. Correa with 1 RBI on the season. 2-2 pitch. Foul back and off the netting. Two pitch coming from Kaler. Popped up, and it's going to get out of play as well. Down remains at 2-2. With 1 out in the bottom of the second. McPherson leading 1-0 over Ottawa. But Ottawa, guess I forgot to mention it, wearing the black jerseys again, as they did in game 1. 2-2 pitch, foul back. One more time. Out remains at 2-2. Two pitch from Kaler. That rise ball a little high and the count goes full. Kaler uses that rise ball as her strikeout pitch from time to time. Haven't seen her use the changeup quite yet. Predominantly fastball slider. 3-2 pitch from Kaler. Outside for ball 4, and drawing a walk is the 8-hitter Correa. Kaler was ahead in the count, 0-2. A couple of foul balls and 4 balls in there as well. And it is a walk for the Bulldogs with 1 out in the bottom of the 2nd inning. Brings up the lefty, Chelsea Conrad, the designated player. First pitch to Conrad, shows bunt, brings it back. Count to 1-0. Runner at first is Correa. 1-0 pitch, showing bunt, and missing is Conrad. Average 306, no home runs, 8 RBIs. One pitch from Kaler. Going to be lifted to center field. Carney's going to have to go back, can't make the grab. It'll be a base hit for McPherson. Runners at first and second now with 1 out as we'll flip the lineup. And Jessica Jones at the plate. And this is a big situation here for the freshman Kaler. Jones had an infield single in her first plate appearance. Any other day, that ball gets to Lacey, no problem in left field, but it, again, just dies with that wind playing in. Bunt shown by Jones, but gets it back in time. Down at 1-0 on that fastball high and inside. One 1-0 pitch from Kaler. In there for strike 1. Still just 1 out in the 2nd inning. Kaler has really had to grind for an inning and a third with 42 pitches. 1-1 pitch, popping the bunt up and going foul is Jones. Count at 1-2. Jones with a .473 average. On the season has 78 hits and 164 plate appearances. Jones also a lefty. 1-2 pitch from Kaler. Popped up in the infield. Retley looking at it. Makes the grab for out number 2. As that will bring up the 2-hitter, Alicia Taylor. Runner at first and second for McPherson, 2 outs here in the bottom of the 2nd inning. First pitch to Taylor, outside corner for strike 1. Taylor popped to short in the first inning. Her average at .373. 0-1 pitch to Taylor, popped up and just going to get out of play to the right of us down the first base line, and the count at 0-2. Runner at first and second, 2 outs. Bottom of the 2nd inning. 0-2 from Taylor. Foul back by Taylor. Count stays at 0-2. Count. Got Alicia Taylor. Pitch coming from Kaler, rise ball high, and a count to 1-2. Kind of expected that one after the 2 foul balls, maybe get her to chase. Kaler's driven in 37. Impressive from the 2-hole to have that many RBIs. 1-2 pitch from Kaler. Pop off the foot of Taylor, and he'll go 1-2 another time. 6th pitch of the at-bat. 3 foul balls. 1-2 pitch to Taylor. Rise ball fouled back to the screen. It was out of the zone, but Taylor makes contact. Taylor looking to get out of the inning after a walk and a single. 1-2 pitch to Taylor. Rise ball fouled out of play. Count at 1-2. Sophomore from Fort Hood, Texas. One-two pitch. Hit right back up the middle. Bates going back, makes the grab for the final out. As that one goes by Bates, that is major trouble. But a grab by Sammy Bates gets Ottawa out of another jam. No runs on one hit for the Bulldogs. As we go to the third, you're listening to Lady Braves softball on 1220 and 103.7 FM KOFO.
Save time and hassle later by checking your vehicle now to be sure all of your lights and signals are in working order, adjust mirrors, and check your tire pressure. This reminder from CarStar Ottawa. Call 242-8916. CarStar. Relax. We'll take it from here.
Kramer Pharmacy, your local hometown pharmacy, makes it easy for you to pick up or drop off your prescription during the Legacy Square construction. Park at their designated stalls or near 134 South Main and call 242-0240. They'll bring your prescription right out or pick up your written script.
America is kept safe because the Army National Guard responds, protects, and supports our nation when it needs them most. The Army National Guard responds to disasters such as wildfires and floods. They protect us with missile defense, cybersecurity, and civilian support teams for chemical, biological, and radiological hazards. Be there for your community and your country. Visit NationalGuard.com to learn more about part-time service. Sponsored by the Kansas Army National Guard. Aired by the Kansas Association of Broadcasters and this station.
Ottawa's been able to get one hit off of Christy Betker. That one coming in the first inning. But since then, it was 3 up, 3 down in the second as Tommy Lynn Hickman leads it off for Ottawa in the third. The right fielder who had a back injury that she suffered against Kansas Wesleyan. And she's just going to continue to ride it out here even after that injury. She finished the game against Kansas Wesleyan, but really was stretching it out between games, hoping to keep it loose. First pitch to Hickman, rise ball high for ball one. Hickman average at .310, 1 home run, 23 RBIs. And she'll lay down the bunt, and it's going to go foul. Just trickles over the line, and the count goes to 1-1. Great idea there by Hickman to lay down the bunt. Coming up just short. Hickman 2 for 3 against the Coyotes. 1-1 count. No outs, top of the third. Hickman swings through a fastball for strike 2. One-two count. Pitch from Becker. Swinging strikeout for Hickman. Second strikeout of the day for Ottawa against Bedker. Ottawa's top of the lineup back to the plate with Corey Lacey. First pitch to Lacey, fastball for strike 1. Lacey 0 for 1, lined out to center field in her first plate appearance. 0-1 pitch, foul back to the screen, and the count to 0-2. Oh-2 count to Corey Lacey. 1 out, top of the third. Ottawa trailing 1-0 to the Bulldogs from McPherson College. 0-2 pitch outside. Count to 1-2. Lacey, junior outfielder from Edmond, Oklahoma. Left-handed hitter. 1-2 pitch, foul back to the screen by Lacey. Second team all-conference selection. Average .288. No home runs, 18 RBIs. 1-2 pitch, and she fouls it away again. Lacey, 43 hits. On the year, 1-2 pitch to Lacey. Breaking ball hit back up the middle for a base hit. What a plate appearance for Corey Lacey as she pokes one up the middle. And Ottawa has a base hit with one out in the top of the third. Trailing by one to the number 2 seed, McPherson College Bulldogs. Brings up Sammy Bates, also lined to center. Back in the first inning. First pitch to her, fastball low for ball one. Bates has been on a tear, average at .391. Bates with 59 hits to lead the team. Fastball does catch the middle part of the plate, 4 strike one, and the count goes to 1-1. Lacey has 21 stolen bases on the season. 1-1 pitch to Bates, hit to second base. They're going to go to second for one. And that gives 2 outs in the inning. A fielder's choice. And Allison Carney at the plate with 2 outs in the top of the third. Ottawa trailing 1-0. Carney gets set, takes fastball inside for ball one. She did reach base on an error in the first inning on a ground ball to the shortstop. That deflected off the glove and into left field. Carney, 33 runs batted in. 0-1 pitch high, no pitch high, and it goes to 2-0. Carney, honorable mention all conference, and also earned a gold glove in her freshman season with the Lady Braves. 2-0 pitch on the outside corner for strike one. Count to 2-1. Carney from Valley Falls, Kansas, 5'7". Throws right-handed and hits right-handed. 2-1 pitch to Carney. Fastball for strike two, and the count's at 2-2. Two outs. Top of the third. Runner on first for Ottawa is Bates. 2-2 pitch. Fastball high that Carney stays alive as she fouls it down the line. It was at the eyes. Would have been a ball, but stays alive at the plate. Talk about those shadows. Almost the entire batter's box is going to be covered in shadows by the end of this inning, and it's going to make it really difficult to see the ball coming. At least it's yellow, unlike baseball. 2-2 pitch. Popped out of play by Carney. Count stays at 2-2. Becker up to 41 pitches. She got through the first 2 innings in 24 pitches. Ottawa's made her work a little bit here in the third. 2-2 pitch to Carney outside. Count goes full. Full count, 2 outs. Bates will be running on the pitch. 3-2 pitch from Becker. And Carney fouls it towards the McPherson dugout. On the year, Carney, 46 hits. 3-2 pitch outside for ball 4. And Ottawa's runners at first and second for Elena Cott-Laurie, and 2 outs. That's Becker's second walk issued. Make that walk number 3, excuse me. Cott-Laurie at the plate. First pitch to her, fastball outside for ball 1. Pitcher of the year against first-team all-conference catcher Elena Cott-Laurie. Runners at first and second, 2 outs, top of the third. Ottawa's down by 1. 1-0 pitch. Cott-Laurie takes a big hack and fouls it down the left field line. Count to 1-1. Cott-Laurie singled the left in the first inning. Bates with good speed would score on a single into the outfield. .412 average for Kyle Laurie. 1-1 pitch outside. Count to 2-1. Christensen did a good job to keep that one from getting away. 2-1 count. Kyle Laurie. 48 runs batted in on there. 2-1 pitch fouled away by Kyle Laurie, and the count goes even at 2-2. One nothing the lead for the Bulldogs. 2-2 count, 2 outs. Pitch to Kyle Laurie, pop to left field. This one's going back and foul off the fence. As she was all over that one, just got out in front of it a bit. As Kyle Laurie took that one for a ride. And the wind is blowing more across the field now, has moved a little bit. As the flag down the left field line, really whipping. That one was hit in left center, it would have been out. Fortunately, it was hit more down the line, tailing away. 2-2 pitch, popped out of play down the right field side. Count stays at 2-2. These are the battles that you look forward to as a fan. Christy Betker, pitcher of the year, against Elena Kott-Laurie. 5 home runs, 48 RBIs this season. 2-2 pitch, low, and it's going to get through for a base hit. Base is coming home. Coming to the plate, she is safe, and Ottawa's tied it at 1. And sliding in, getting back to second is Carney, almost thrown out at second as she took a wide turn. But Kott-Laurie comes through again, and Ottawa's tied it at 1. Brings up another senior, Alexa Romero. First pitch to Romero, popped up in the infield. Going back and off the fence. Count goes to 0-1. Romero popped to second base in the first inning. 0-1 count. To Romero, 326 average, driven in 20 on the year. Has 1 home run. Has the power to hit him. 0-1 pitch to Romero, pops up again. This time it gets out of play, and the count to 0-2. Runners at first and second for Ottawa. They have tied it up at 1 here in the third inning. 0-2 count, 2 outs. Top of the third. 0-2 pitch, low and outside. Count to 1-2. As Carney strolls back to second base. Down at 1-2. Pitch to Romero. She'll strike out on a fastball at the eyes to end the inning. But Ottawa gets 1. As we're tied heading to the bottom of the third, you're listening to Lady Braves Softball on 1220 and 103.7 FM KOFO.
There's good and there's great. DVD movies are good. High-definition Blu-ray movies are great. Buses are good. Limousines are great. In the field of construction, there's good and there's great. Which do you want working on your home's foundation or putting on a metal roof? Pole barns, epoxy floors, steel buildings, or concrete construction? There's a lot of good out there. There's only one great. C.S. Cunningham. 785-242-7101.
KOFO is your home for Kansas City Royals baseball in East Central Kansas. Whether it's at the K or away, you can hear all the action in 2019 on 103.7 FM and 1220. Brought to you by our title sponsor, State Farm Insurance Agent Ryan Disbro in Garnett, and our mini game sponsors who make the broadcast possible. We encourage you to visit these fine merchants who know what it means to be always royal. Your sports source and home of the Kansas City Royals in East Central Kansas is KOFO.
Laurie's RBI single ties this one at 1. We start the bottom of the third. Hitters 3, 4, and 5 for McPherson. Christensen, Deutsch, and Bacon. Christensen single to center field in the first inning. It was an RBI single. Freshman Kaler reached the 100 innings mark, that final out of the second inning. Impressive for a true freshman to get that many innings. As she faces Jenna Christensen, first pitch to her, foul back to the netting. Down to 0-1. Christensen adding to her conference-leading RBI total of 56 in the first. Average 376, has 9 home runs. 0-1 pitch to Christensen. Fastball foul down the third base line. Count to 0-2. Kaler has worked through a couple jams, gave up a run in the first, and had to get out of a runners at first and second jam there with 1 out, and then managed to get out of a runners at first and second jam with 2 outs in the second inning. 0-2 pitch to Christensen. Breaking ball outside. Count to 1-2. One-two pitch. Fastball hit right back up the middle for a base hit. Bates trying to test her over at first base, and she hummed one into Loomis, but Christensen with decent speed, able to get there in time for the single. Leadoff single for the Bulldogs to start the bottom of the third. That is their 4th hit. Brings up the first baseman, Deutsch. First pitch to her, fastball at the belt, not called a strike this time, and it counts to 1-0. One our score, bottom of the third. But a runner on first for McPherson and no outs. 1-0 pitch. Fastball hits Deutsch in the leg. And she will take her base. Runners at first and second now and no outs. Deutsch is going to take her time going to first. Struggling after getting hit by the pitch. Destiny Bacon heads to the plate here with runners at first and second and no outs in the bottom of the third as Retley walks out to talk to Kaler. Bacon wide to left in the first inning. First pitch to Bacon. Fastball outside. Count to 1-0 as Bacon looked to show bunt there. And then brought it back as Romero was charging in hard from third. One-0 pitch. Showing bunt, they'll lay it down. Ottawa's going to go to first with it. Gets the out at first. The runners move up to second and third with 1 out. Allie Smith, the right fielder, comes to the plate. Bacon gets that sacrifice bunt. First pitch from Kaler, the at-bat, going to be fouled down the third base line and out of play. A 1 pitch from Kaler. Fastball high and outside, count to 1-1. 1 out here in the bottom of the third. Runners at second and third for the Bulldogs. Tied at 1. Smith struck out swinging in the first inning. 1-1 pitch, fastball popped up, and it's going to get out of play. Count to 1-2. Smith makes her way back to the batter's box. Average 220. Driven in 13 RBIs on the season. 1-2 pitch from Kaler. And just getting a piece of it is Smith as it goes back to the fence behind the catcher, Sierra Retley. Count at 1-2. Pitch from Kaler. Going to be hit to left field and tailing foul. It would have dropped for a base hit as it was kind of in that no man's land. Count remains at 1-2. Kaler has thrown 67 pitches. Bulldogs have not made it easy for the true freshman from Topeka. 1-2 pitch from Kaler, rise ball high, and the count to 2-2. Smith lays off of it. Runners at second and third for McPherson. One out in the third. Tied at 1. 2-2 pitch from Kaler. Going to be hit right back to her. They're not going to send the run home. No, they are. Actually, they're going to send her back to third as it goes off the glove of Kaler, and everyone's safe. So bases loaded now as the ball deflected off the glove of Kaler. Probably going to be charged with an error there. The bases are loaded in 1 out. Force at every base now, though, as Peyton Davies, the left fielder, will hit with the bases loaded and 1 out. Kaler's pitch to Davies. Fastball for a strike. Now 0-1. It is charged an error to Kaler. 0-1 pitch from Kaler. Rise ball high, and it counts to 1-1. Davies lined to third in the second, a hard hit line drive that Romero just put her glove up more as protection and made the grab. 1-1 pitch. Swinging strike. And the count to 1-2. One ball and 2 strikes to Davies. 1 out, bases loaded for the Bulldogs. 1-2 pitch from Kaler. Fastball, swinging strike 3 from Davies as Kaler gets the strikeout for the second out of the bottom of the third inning. That brings up the second baseman, Jordan Correa. First pitch to Correa is fouled back to the net for strike 1. Flag's really whipping out in left field. That crosswind pushing everything to the left field foul pole. 0-1 pitch to Correa. Just misses outside, and the count's a 1-1. Correa walked in the second inning. She was behind in the count 0-2 and battled all the way back to get a walk. One count to Correa. Fastball low and in the dirt as Retley has to go down and get it, and the count to 2-1. Two-one count, 2 out, bottom of the third. Bases loaded for the Bulldogs. 2-1 pitch from Kaler. Fastball fouled and out of play down the third base line. That evens the count at 2-2. Bottom of the third, 2-2 count. Bases loaded. Pitch from Kaler. Outside for ball 3. And the count is full. Runners will be going on the pitch. Three-two pitch coming from Kaler. Outside corner misses for ball 4. And McPherson regains the lead at 2-1. And a mound visit here by head coach Jay Kent. Talk to his team here as the bases will remain loaded with Chelsea Conrad, the designated player, at the plate. Conrad had a hit in her first plate appearance as she is 1 for 1. She singled to left field. McPherson leading 2-1, and head coach Jay Cann having a long conversation with his team and his freshman pitcher, Brandy Kaler. And Jay Cann letting the umpire know didn't approve of those last two pitches that were called balls. And we're finally ready to play again as Conrad gets in from the left side. Deutsch at third, Smith at second, Correa at first. First pitch low and outside for ball one. Down at 1-0. To Conrad. 2-1 the lead for McPherson, bases loaded. 2 outs. 1-0 pitch from Kaler. Hit right back to Kaler, and she's going to go to first with it for the out. But McPherson takes the lead 2-1. We head to the fourth inning. You're listening to Lady Braves softball on 1220 and 103.7 FM KOFO.
Sports, information, and entertainment in East Central Kansas. KOFO K279CS Ottawa, where keeping you informed comes first.
What it means to be an OU Brave is to be yourself. What I've learned here is I've created memories with friends, and I was actually really comfortable being in my own skin here. Everybody has their own personality, and we're all unique here, just trying to live significant lives. And I think I'm going to leave here with an imprint that will last forever and that I can hold on to and look back at and laugh at and see that I not only learned something, but I created friendships and memories that will always stick with me. That's what it means to be brave, to be yourself.
Be a Brave. Visit ottawa.edu. The year was 1949. Harry Truman was in the White House. The Yankees won the World Series. Vaughn Monroe was on top of the charts.
Ghost riders in the sky.
And KOFO was on the air. We thank you for listening.
70 years of information and entertainment. KOFO.
McPherson plates one in the bottom of the third to take a 2-1 lead. Ottawa's hitters 6, 7, and 8, 2 up of Loomis, KO, and Retley. These three who really got things going offensively for Ottawa against Kansas Wesleyan just a couple hours ago. We're going to look to spark this Ottawa offense as they trail by 1 against Christy Bedker. Loomis struck out swinging in the second inning. Becker has 3 strikeouts through 3 innings. First pitch to Loomis high for ball 1. Down at 1-0. Loomis average has improved to 246. 1-0 pitch. Going to be hit down the line, tailing, and unable to make the grab is the left fielder Davies as she runs into the fence. And it falls back to the grass. Count goes to 1-1, excuse me. One count to Lindsay Loomis. 1-1 pitch, fouled back to the screen, and the count to 1-2. Becker takes a little bit of time here, picks up the dirt, back in the ground, and then ready to go. 1-2 pitch, fastball high, and a count to 2-2. Becker, 62 pitches. Giving up 3 hits, 1 earned, 1 walk, 3 strikeouts. 2-2 pitch to Loomis. Fastball hit to left field. Going back is the left fielder Davies, and she will make the catch for the first out in the top of the 4th. Comes to the plate will be Shayla Kao. Second base in this game was the designated player against Kansas Wesleyan in the last one. First pitch to Kao. Fastball. This one's going to be hit to left field. Going back is Davies. Going to drop in front of her for a base hit. And Kao gets a single with 1 out. Sierra Retley coming to the plate. 4th hit of the day for Ottawa. Kao now waiting around. That's the second time she jumped on that first pitch fastball from Becker. Bradley bats with a runner on first. Hits one right back to the shortstop. It's going to bounce. Be a tough play as they get one at second. Unable to get the double play, though, as Bradley stands on first. Fielder's choice. They get the force out at second. And KO might have been able to make it, but you had to wait and see if the shortstop, Bacon, was going to make the catch on that soft liner. But instead, she let it drop in front of her, got the force out at second, almost got the double play at first. 2 outs now for Hickman, who takes fastball high. 1-0 pitch. Hickman looks at a fastball, first strike. Count at 1-1. One pitch coming from Becker, and Hickman swings through a fastball for strike 2. 1-2 count. 2 outs, top of the fourth. McPherson leading 2-1 over the Lady Braves. One-two pitch from Becker, and Hickman fouls it away. Hickman average at 308, driven in 23 RBIs. 1-2 pitch. Hickman looks at a fastball high, and the count to 2-2. Bretley stands on first for Ottawa. Hickman at the plate. 2-2 pitch. Looks at a fastball a little low, and the count goes full. Two to 1 lead for McPherson. Ottawa at the plate. Runner at first. 3-2 count. And striking out is Tommy Lynn Hickman for the third out of the top of the fourth inning. We head to the bottom half. You're listening to University Lady Braves Softball on 1220 and 103.7 FM KLFO.
The Ottawa Recreation Commission is your place for activities and other programs designed to keep the members of our community active and healthy. Visit us at the GOT building or online at orcottawaks.org to see recreation options for all ages. Ottawa Recreation Commission, bring recreation to life.
Kramer Pharmacy, your local hometown pharmacy at 134 North Main, encourages you during the Legacy Square construction to use their free citywide at-home delivery. Call Kramer Pharmacy 242-2055 and visit kramerrx.com and download their free mobile app.
KOFO and State Farm agent Ryan Disbro are at it again, sending you to the K to see the Kansas City Royals this season. To win tickets, register at Ryan's State Farm office at 504 Redbud Avenue in Garnett, and you could be there to see the Royals host the Phillies on May 11th. We'll announce the winner on May 9th during the Brad Howard Early Morning Show.
Yarborough works from the stretch, and the lefty deals, and he butts it to the right side. Pitcher has it. His only play will be to first, but nobody's home, and everybody's safe, and the Royals lead is 3-1.
Register now to see the Kansas City Royals from State Farm agent Ryan Disbro and KOFO.
Ottawa trails 2-1 to the McPherson College Bulldogs here in the bottom of the fourth inning. Coming up for the Bulldogs is Jessica Jones, followed by Taylor Christensen, 1, 2, and 3 in the lineup. Between the three of them, they have 3 hits and 1 run batted in. Jones had a single in the first and then popped to the catcher in the second. McPherson has threatened in all 3 plate appearances today. It has been hard work for Randy Kaler, who's gone 3 innings, given up 4 hits, 1 earned run, 3 walks, and 2 strikeouts. Jones average at .471. First pitch to her from Kaler is going to be hit to the shortstop, Carney, who can't stay on it, goes through her glove, and a single, or potentially an error from Carney, and that right there has a lot to do with the shadows. It was a line drive that I'm not even sure Carney even saw, maybe 5 inches off the ground, and a runner on again for McPherson to lead off. This happened in 3 out of 4 innings. And in the other 2 innings, he scored at least 1. Taylor at the plate. She shows bunt, pops it up in the air. Romero lays out for it, but can't make the grab. And we count to 0-1. 0-1 count to Taylor. Popped to short in the first and lined to center in the second. But liner to center, Bates had to make on the run. 0-1 pitch. Taylor again drops the bunt, and it's fouled back. That's 0-2. No outs, bottom of the fourth. Person leading 2-1, and again, have a runner on base with no outs. Jones stands on first. 0-2 pitch to Taylor, rise ball. Down to 1-2. Jones standing on first has 28 stolen bases, only been thrown out 3 times. 1-2 from Kaler. Rise ball high again, counts at 2-2. Two pitch. Ripped at the shortstop. Carney goes off her glove and into the outfield for a base hit. Back-to-back plays. Ball hit to Carney and unfortunately unable to make the play. Runners at first and second and no outs. Not a whole lot the left side of the infield can do right now, more so than just protect themselves. Because of the shadows, it is making it very difficult to see the ball off the bat. So runners at first and second, no outs. Christensen at the plate, rise ball high. Down to 1-0. Things can get very dangerous here with Jenna Christensen at the plate. 9 home runs, 66 run-ins batted in. 1-0 pitch, fastball for a strike. Down to 1-1. Jones at second, Taylor at first. And they did charge an error to Carney for the first one, but not the second one. 1-1 pitch from Kaler. Rise ball that Christensen can't lay off of, and she'll swing over it for strike 2. One-two count. The second team catcher, Jenna Christensen. 1-2 pitch, rise ball out of the zone. Count to 2-2. Kaler, 89 pitches. Bottom of the fourth, runners at first and second, no outs for McPherson. 2-2 pitch, line foul down the third base line, good contact for Christensen. Sophomore from Fortuna, California. Two-two pitch. Rise ball way out of the zone. Full count. Three balls, 2 strikes, no outs. Kaler facing statistically the best hitter in the conference. Those 66 RBIs. 3-2 pitch from Kaler. Popped up in the infield. Rettley out to get it, and no one able to call anyone to make the catch, and it falls to the turf. And a big, big miss there for Ottawa. As Loomis was coming for it, Rettley was going for it, and no one called the other one off. Christensen gets to get another attempt at it here at 3-2. Three-two pitch from Kaler. Ripped foul down the line by Christensen. Three balls and 2 strikes. No outs. Bottom of the fourth. Runners at first and second for McPherson. 3-2 from Kaler. Rise ball pops up to left field. Going back is Carney. Lacey looking to make the grab. Can't make the play. Able to get from her knees and make the throw to third. And unable to make the grab is Romero. And the bases are loaded with no outs. And time will be called here as head coach Jay Kant's going to come out and talk to his infield, who is really struggling. Ottawa, up to this point, had only had 2 total errors in the whole tournament through 3 games. And they have now committed 3 through 3 innings. And Lacey had time to throw that to third and just kind of aimed it in there, and it bounced in front of Romero. Would have been a tough play. Lacey made a nice diving effort to keep it in front of her. Bases loaded, no outs for the Bulldogs here in the 4th. Kaler with 96 pitches. Bench runner for McPherson will be number 5, Jasmine Curiel. And minor damage you would take right now as Miley Deutsch at the plate, who got hit by a pitch in her last plate appearance. Fastball, first strike, count to 0-1. McPherson leading 2-1, looking to add to that lead with no outs and the bases loaded. Oh, 1 pitch from Kaler. Outside, down to 1-1. Kaler with those 96 pitches, 36 for balls, 61 for strikes. 1-1 pitch to Deutsch. Rips this one to left field. Coming in is Lacey. She can't see the ball. It's going all the way to the fence. That's going to clear them. As 2 runs will score, they're going to try and get one out at third, which they will. But a stand-up double for Miley Deutsch, and 2-run score, and McPherson leads 4-1. And Lacey just loses in the sun in left field, trying to protect herself. See how it's charged to the Lady Braves here. 2 runs do score. Ottawa does get an out, though. They now trail 4-1 here in the bottom of the 4th inning. And Destiny Bacon at the plate. Pitch from Kaler on the outside corner, first strike. That's 0-1. 1 out here in the bottom of the 4th. McPherson scored 2. They lead 4-1. So 1 pitch from Kaler, low. Count to 1-1. For Deutsch, that was RBIs 30 and 31 on the season. 1-1 count to Bacon. Fastball in there for strike 2. Stiller trying to figure out how to score that with Lacey. It has not popped up yet. Not scored an error. Impressive. 1-2 pitch outside, and the count's a 2-2. And you have to think, because Lacey's trying to protect herself from the sun, has no idea where it is. Give her the benefit of the doubt on that. It was a well-struck ball, so Deutsch gets credit for the hit. Lacey not charging the error. So only 2 errors on Ottawa now. 2-2 pitch. This one's going to be hit to third. Goes off the foot of Carney. And runners at first and second with 1 out. As Ottawa has made a meal of it here in the 4th inning. And you just feel for this left side of the infield because they just can't see the ball. The hitter completely in the shadows, which is extended almost to the pitching circle. There will be a pinch runner here. Shelby Bond in for McPherson. 1 out, and Ottawa just wanting this inning to end. 3rd error of the inning on the Lady Braves. 2nd one on Allison Carney in the inning. First pitch, rise ball high to Allie Smith, who struck out swinging in the 1st, reached base on an error in the 3rd. One-0 pitch from Kaler. One's going to be lifted to left field. Carney going out on it, and it's going to land foul right on the line. Count to 1-2. I'll just make that 1-1. Still just one out here in the fourth. Runners at first and second for the Bulldogs of Vaughn and Bacon. A little bit of a break there so Lacey can tie her shoe. Now we're ready to go. 1-1 pitch from Kaler. Outside. Down to 2-1, and Kaler getting close to, actually she has eclipsed over 100. She's at 107. Not a whole lot she could do in this inning. She's had some plays that could have been made. One's going to be lifted in the infield. Romero's going to make the grab for out number 2, which is why those 2 runs were not charged as earned to Kaler. Only 4 runs she's been charged with just 1. Now batting Peyton Davies, the left fielder. A strikeout today, 0-for-2. 2 out, bottom of the 4th. Ottawa trailing 4-1. You just hit the left side of the infield, hand up above their face. First pitch, fastball is high to Davies. But hopefully this issue will be the same for McPherson in the next inning. 1-0 pitch in there for a fastball strike. It's down to 1-1. Ottawa with only 9 outs left. 1-1 pitch. Fastball lifted out of play. And the count to 1-2. Runners at first and second, 2 outs. Bottom of the 4th. McPherson scored 2 in the inning. They lead by 3, 4-1. 1-2 pitch from Kaler. Rise ball high. Count to 2-2. Two count, 2 outs. Bottom of the 4th, running first and second. 2-2 pitch from Kaler, lifted out of play, down the left field line. Don't see anyone for Ottawa warming up currently in the bullpen. Two pitch, foul back to the screen. Now it remains at 2-2. Davies, who lined to third in the second, struck out swinging in the third. Two pitch, rise ball at the belt, just misses, and the count goes full. Three-two pitch at the belt, but it is called the ball, and it's a walk. Bases loaded with 2 outs. Brings up Jordan Correa. For Kaler, that is her 4th walk issued. Some work being done now in the Ottawa bullpen. Bases loaded again with 2 outs. Bottom of the 4th, Ottawa trailing 4-1. Correa looks at a fastball for strike 1. Kaler trying to get out of this inning. Person's already scored 2. Trying to extend the lead. 0-1 pitch, outside corner for strike 2 as Kaler gets ahead at 0-2. Florida won the lead for McPherson. 0-2 pitch from Kaler. Outside corner, just misses. Count to 1-2. One pitch from Kaler. Breaking ball outside, count to 2-2. Correa has 2 walks today. Average at 0.71. Two count, bottom of the 4th. Bases loaded. Pitch from Kaler. And she will get the strikeout looking of Correa to end the inning, but Ottawa gives up 2 more, and they turn 4-1 as they head to the 5th. They listen to Lady Braves softball on 1220 and 103.7 FM KLFO.
I came here to run cross country, and it ended up being way different than I thought it was going to be. It's unlike anything I've ever been a part of to be on the team. Everyone is so completely different. There are people you never thought you'd be friends with, nothing like your outside friends, but somehow you all click to be the same and have the same interests, but yet completely different. Everyone's always there for you. It's not just about running. Friendships and families, like they're your siblings when you're away from home. That's what it means to be a part of the Braves cross country and track team, to be a family.
Be a Brave. Visit ottawa.edu.
America is kept safe because the Army National Guard responds, protects, and supports our nation when it needs them most. The Army National Guard responds to disasters such as wildfires and floods. They protect us with missile defense, cybersecurity, and civilian support teams for chemical, biological, and radiological hazards. Be there for your community and your country. Visit NationalGuard.com to learn more about part-time service. Sponsored by the Kansas Army National Guard. Aired by the Kansas Association of Broadcasters and this station.
Ottawa gets out of the 4th inning, but gives up 2 runs. It is 2 errors. 3 errors committed on the afternoon. And it doesn't get any help on their own, and Ottawa's been able to provide it. See if they can respond here. What's top of the lineup at the plate in the top of the 5th inning, Corey Lacey coming to bat. Lacey flied to center in the 1st, singled to center in the 3rd. They face Christy Becker, has an ERA around 1.9 on the year. Might well make that 1.38 on the year after those first, giving up 1 run so far on an average of 207. So Ottawa's going to have to earn it to get back in this game. First pitch for a strike, second pitch fouled away by Lacey. Down to 0-2. Bedker's a junior from Reno, Nevada. 0-2 pitch to Lacey. And she's going to hit one back up the middle, and it's going to drop for a base hit. So Ottawa gets a leadoff single. For Lacey, that's her 3rd. I think that's 2nd hit of this game, 3rd hit of the day. She had one against Kansas Wesleyan. Ottawa in desperate need of a big hit here from Sammy Bates. No out, top of the 5th. Ottawa trailing by 3 to the number 2 seed McPherson College Bulldogs. First pitch to Bates, fastball for a strike. Bates 1 for 2 with the single. 0-1 pitch, outside and high, and got for 1-1. One pitch outside, and it's called a strike. You count to 1-2. It's behind here at 1-2 to Becker. Lacey standing on first, no out. 1-2 pitch. Gonna hit this one down the line. It's fair. And base hit for Sammy Bates. So 2 singles for Ottawa to start the 5th inning. Brings up Allison Carney. She's going to make up for those errors in the last half inning. And really with the sun in her face, it was a tough play either way. Unfortunately, it just ended up all 3 of those balls were hit at her every single time. First pitch to Carney, fastball high. Got to 1-0. One ball and no strikes to the freshman Carney. And she's going to lift one out of play near the McPherson dugout, and the count to 1-1. There's the first and second for Ottawa. Allison Carney at the plate. No out. Top of the fifth. 1-1 pitch. Carney fouls it out of play. And counts to 1-2. Kyle Lord standing on the on-deck circle for Ottawa. Ottawa trails by 3. Their second elimination game of the day. 1-2 pitch in the dirt. Up 2-2. Two-two pitch coming from Becker. And Carney hits it on the ground foul down the third base line. We'll go 2-2 again. 86 just for Becker. Two balls and 2 strikes to Carney. Middle out. Runners at first and second. Pitch from Becker. Carney fouled it away. And then all catches head coach Jake Kent off the fence. Does avoid him. The freshman from Valley Falls, Kansas. Looking to get a big hit here for the Lady Braves. Their attempt to get back in this game. 2-2 pitch. Going to be the Colt. Up right field. Catches made. Corey Lacey to tag up. Going to get to third. She's safe at third. And getting to second on the sacrifice fly will be Bates as well. Bringing to the plate Elena Laurie. Runners at second and third and 1 out. Created everything she could to poke that one to the opposite field, and did exactly what she was supposed to. Could throw from the right, Taylor Smith, and make it play at third, but the tag was late. First pitch to Kyle Laurie outside, and the catch 1-0. And with first base open, not sure Kyle Laurie will get something to hit, but when you got the pitcher of the year on the plate, see if she can come and get it. 1-0 the count. Pitch from Becker, foul back, and out of play. Down at 1-1 to Kyle Laurie. Singled in the first and the third, both to the left side of the infield. 4-1 the lead for McPherson. 1 out for the fifth. Ottawa has runners at second and third. And they're going to have a conversation here between Becker and Christensen. And Becker looks like she might be hurt, working on her right hand. And we have a stoppage here. They've asked the trainer to come out, and might be the end of the afternoon for Becker. They do have Brittany Baroni, who got the win against Tabor with 8 innings, gave up just 2 hits, no earned, to the Blue Jays, who can come right in a situation like this. But we'll check. We're going to keep it here for now. If Baroni comes in, we'll take a break. But they're still talking to Becker. Ottawa runners at second and third, and 1 out. Count 1-1 on Elena Laurie. The trainer is working on Becker's hand. She looks like she's going to be okay. A long stoppage here. There won't be a pitching change if Becker stays on the mound. We'll be ready to go. And on a stoppage there for the pitcher, Kristen Becker. Didn't see any blood on the hand. It might be a blister of some kind, but it is not, and we're ready to go. 1-1 count to Kyle Laurie. Pitch from Becker. Hit to left field. This one's back, and it's down for base hit. On the senior, Ottawa's going to score 2. Base scores easily along with Lacey. And a 2 RBI single for Elena Kyle Laurie. She comes through yet again, and Ottawa gets within 1 and 4-3. Laurie will have a pitch runner. As they let Becker pitch to Kyle Laurie, and it goes in favor of the senior from Ottawa. As that gets her 51 RBIs on the season. Casey Asbell will pinch run for Kyle Laurie. Still just 1 out. Here in the top of the fifth. Runner at first. 3 RBIs on a 4-count Lori. Romero shows bunt and pulls it back. Romero ahead in the count here, 1-0. Escobar at first. Romero starts on one, but it's going to be foul and out of play. So Ottawa trying to time up. Chrissy Becker. Romero pops to second in the first and struck out swinging in the third. One pitch popped up in the infield. Tailing foul, and it will be foul. Behind and count at 1-2. On deck will be Loomis. Due up for McPherson is 9-1-2 in the bottom half of the fifth. 4-3 the lead for the Bulldogs. Runner at first. As Romero watches the fastball high, counts at 2-2. Runner at first for Ottawa is Casey Esquivel. Pinch runner for Elena Count-Lori. 2-2 pitch, and Romero hits one to third, but it said it hit off of her. It's considered a foul ball, and the count stays at 2-2. Four to 3 the score in favor of McPherson. Top of the fifth, 1 out. The senior Alex Romero at the plate. 2-2 pitch, foul back and out of play. Two count. Romero, .323 average. 1 home run, 40 RBIs. 2-2 pitch. Romero lifts this one to the right side, out of play. Romero fighting here with Becker. 2-2 pitch. Hits this one foul, just foul down the left field line, and she got all of it. Just missed one, and Becker really struggling out on the mound right now. She has something in her back right pocket, and I'm not sure if it is the pitches that are listed on there. She pulled it out of her pocket every other pitch to look at. Kind of interesting. 2-2 coming into Romero. Fastball high, count goes full. That's well at first base. Ottawa trailing by 1 after Count-Lori's 2 RBI single. It scored Lacey and Bates after they had leadoff singles in the inning. Full count. Romero hits one to left field. The easy fly ball is going to be caught by Jones. Round number 2. Romero just missed that one. But a good battle with Becker, who eclipses the 100-pitch mark. And Lindsay Loomis comes to that with 2 outs. Loomis with 1 strikeout is 0 for 2. Wide to left in the fourth, now that strikeout in the second. First pitch to Loomis, swinging strike. And as Esquivel stayed at first base, there was no foul ball called, and it went right by Christensen. No balls and a strike to Loomis. 0-1 pitch. Loomis fouls it back, and the count's 0-2. No balls and 2 strikes to Loomis. 2.
For residential construction or business construction, your only choice should be C.S. Cunningham. C.S. Cunningham is one of the few licensed and insured contractors that specializes in concrete construction. Sure, you can get a couple of deeks or bubbas to pour your driveway, but what happens when your daughter's new boyfriend parks his 10-ton monster truck on it and it cracks like ice cubes in a glass of hot tea? Driveways to foundation repair, steel buildings to pole barns, and everything in between. It's C.S. Cunningham, 785-242-7101.
KOFO is your home for Kansas City Royals baseball in East Central Kansas. Whether it's at the K or away, you can hear all the action in 2019 on 103.7 FM and 1220. Brought to you by our title sponsor, State Farm Insurance Agent Ryan Disbro in Garnett, and our many game sponsors who make the broadcast possible. We encourage you to visit these fine merchants who know what it means to be always royal. Your sports source and home of the Kansas City Royals in East Central Kansas is KOFO. The year was 1949. Harry Truman was in the White House. The Yankees won the World Series. Vaughn Monroe was on top of the charts.
Ghost riders in the sky.
And KOFO was on the air. Thank you for listening.
70 years of information and entertainment. KOFO.
Bottom of the fifth inning. Scott Laurie able to get a 2 RBI single in the top half to cut the McPherson lead to 4-3. Chelsea Conrad leads it on for McPherson, followed by Jessica Jones and Kylisha Taylor. Ottawa has not had a clean inning so far. Ottawa could get 3 up, 3 down here. Can continue to keep that momentum going as they trail by 1. But the way McPherson has hit the ball here so far, it is going to be a tough ask of the freshman Brandy Kaler. First pitch from Kaler to Jones, lifted to left field. Going back is Carney, makes the catch for the first out of the inning on 1 pitch. Brings up the leadoff hitter, Jessica Jones. 2 for 3. Apologies, make that 1 for 3. Scored a run. Jones, the lefty, follows Clinton, the lefty. Conrad, the lefty, excuse me. Jones shows bunt and fouls it back to the fence. Counted 0-1. 1 out, bottom of the fifth inning. McPherson leading 4-3. Kaler starts her third time through the Bulldog lineup. Oh, 1 pitch to Jones. Fastball high, counts to 1-1. Winner of this one takes on Avila at 7:30. 1-1 pitch from Kaler. Rise ball high, counts to 2-1. Jones, such a difficult out. 468 average. 2 home runs, 15 RBIs, on base percentage just below 500. Two 2-1 pitch. Rise ball high, counts to 3-1. And a big hitter's count here for Jones. Three-one pitch from Kaler. Hit right back to her. She'll make the play. Need to go quick, and Loomis makes the grab for out number 2 on the throw from Caleb. 2 up, 2 down here in the bottom of the fifth for Kylisha Taylor. First pitch to Taylor from Kaler is going to be lifted to right field. Going back is Hickman, and she can't make the grab. It's going all the way to the fence. Taylor turning for 3. She's going to make it there standing up. So a 2-out triple for Kylisha Taylor will bring the cleanup hitter Christensen to the plate. For Taylor, that's her second hit of the afternoon as she had a single in the fourth. And now Ottawa will have to face Jenna Christensen yet again. with 2 outs. And Ottawa already trailing 4-3. But Christensen is an RBI machine. First pitch to Christensen is going to be hit softly over Carney's shoulder, and she makes the diving grab to end the inning as Allison Carney saves the run. And Ottawa comes up batting in the top of the 6th, needing 1. You're listening to Lady Brave Softball on 1220 and 103.7 FM KOFO.
Technology, mobile banking. I totally heart my bank.
Kansas State Bank. A better way to bank with community people you know. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
The City of Ottawa makes it easy for you to stay informed and be part of your community by visiting their website, ottawaks.gov. You can sign up for city alerts and city news, report an issue you'd like to see taken care of, even pay your bill online. It's where the city and citizens come together online at ottawaks.gov.
The year was 1949. Harry Truman was in the White House. The Yankees won the World Series. Vaughn Monroe was on top of the charts.
Ghost riders in the sky.
And KOFO was on the air.
KOFO, Ottawa.
We thank you for listening.
70 years of information and entertainment. KOFO.
Pitching change here for the Bulldogs as Brittany Baroni will come in, the junior from Gulf, California. Got the win against Tabor, went 8 innings, gave up no runs, 2 hits. Has an ERA at 2.00. 19th appearance of the season, has 18 starts, so only her 2nd relief appearance. And that other relief appearance actually came against Ottawa in the game that Ottawa won in the series. Was game number 1. As Baroni is ready to go. Get things started. BKO, Retley, and Hickman for Ottawa. They scored 2 in the 5th to get within the 4-3 score line. KL flied to left in the 2nd and singled to left in the 4th. The clouds have started to gather behind us, which is helping the outfielders. It was just that half inning where the sun was beating down on the left side of the infield and the left fielder Lacey, which is just really unfortunate. But either way, Ottawa able to respond and get within 1, and now they have a chance here to try and put something together against Baroni, who is red hot on the pitcher's plate. First pitch to KO. Fastball high, count 1-0. One 1-0 count, top of the 6th inning. Ottawa trailing 4-3. 1-0 pitch to KL. She's going to lift this one foul as it goes over the top of us and out of place. One and 1 count. Baroni ready to go. 1-1 pitch to KL. Rips one foul down the line. Count at 1-2. No outs here in the top of the 6th. Ottawa has not had a home run in this tournament. Hit the fence a couple times. 1-2 pitch. This one's low, and she's going to hit this one to the third baseman, Teal, trying to stretch it out, and she's going to be safe at first as it goes by the first baseman. And Ottawa has a leadoff single. McPherson had 3 errors in their win against Tabor. Teal diving head first to be safe at first. Will be a pinch runner here for KO. Sierra Retley batting second here in the 6th. And KO now 2 for 3 in this game. 2 for 3 against Kansas Wesleyan. That included a couple RBIs. Runner at first. Retley shows bunt and drops it down. It's going to be foul, though. Try and get a number on the pinch runner for Ottawa. I believe that is Alicia Rhodes, the freshman infielder from Bullhead City, Arizona. That's exactly who that is. She will pinch run. 0-1 the count to Retley. Retley dropped a bunt down on the squeeze play in the last game to add some insurance. Put Ottawa at 5-3. 0-1 pitch. Retley shows bunt. He'll drop it right back to the pitcher. Throw to first is in time. Wide turn there at second by Rhodes. But the sacrifice bunt from Retley. Able to move the runner to second and into scoring position with one out in the top of the sixth, and Ottawa trailing 4-3. So McPherson College in the number 2 seed in the tournament. Brings up Tommy Lynn Hickman. First pitch to Hickman is going to be popped up in the infield. Not looking to make the play and can't do it is the shortstop, Bacon, who drops it. Almost ran into the umpire first, had to avoid him, and then couldn't make the grab down the third base line. So Hickman dodges a bullet and gets to get back into the batter's box behind in the count 0-1 when she thought she was going to be in the dugout. 0-1 pitch to Hickman, fouls it back, and she's behind at 0-2. Hickman has struck out twice. Once in the third and once in the fourth. One out. 0-2 count. Hickman faces Baroni. Oh, 2 pitch, and Hickman hits it to the shortstop, up with it, and Hickman looks like she's going to be safe at first. The throw took a little bit of time from Bacon. The runner stays at second, but now you have runners at first and second and one out. Good play by Bacon to take her time, but ended up taking too much time to chase the runner back to second. And then took too long to make the throws. A smart play to look this runner off at second as Rhodes had a pretty good lead. Corey Lacey to the plate for Ottawa's had back-to-back singles. First pitch to Lacey. Low for ball one. Count to 1-0. 1-0 count to Corey Lacey. Rhodes at second. Hickman at first. One out. Ottawa trailing 4-3. 1-0 pitch to Lacey. In there for a strike. And the count to 1-1. And the Ottawa faithful continuing to cheer their team on. 1-1 pitch to Lacey. And she tries to lay down the bunt. Can't get it to go. And she's behind in the count at 1-2. Behind Lacey will be Bates. Lacey's average up to 297. Lacey's going to hit this one to third base, and they are going to miss the tag, and the bases are loaded. Instead of tapping on the bag, they tried to tag her, and Rhodes just went right by her, and the bases are loaded with one out. And Sammy Bates at the plate. And a pitching mound visit from the assistant coach for McPherson, Kim Romero. And Sammy Bates will come to the plate here. Ottawa trailing by 1. 4-3 the lead for McPherson. Ottawa has had 3 straight singles. All of those infield singles. McPherson still meeting. Now they are ready to go. Bates slide to center in the first, fielder's choice in the third, and single down the left field line in the fifth. For the junior from Olathe, Kansas, transfer by way of Johnson County Community College. almost a 400 average on the year. First pitch to Bates. In there for a strike with the fastball, and the count at 0-1. Oh, 1 count. Top of the 6th, 1 out. Ottawa down by 1, bases loaded. 0-1 pitch to Bates. Hits this one to third, and they are going to get the out at home. His Christensen was pulled off the plate, but they're going to say that she kept her foot down. So they get the force out, and now there's 2 outs in the inning. As everyone moves up a base, except for the runner at third, and the freshman Allison Carney at the plate. Facing Baroni, 2 outs, top of the 6th. First pitch to Carney, ripped down the line but foul. Carney, 354 average. Reached base on an error in the first, walked in the third, then flied to right in the 5th. 2 outs, top of the 6th. 0-1 pitch, outside. Count goes to 1-1. Big opportunity here for the freshman. Bases loaded. 2 outs, 1-1 pitch. And Carney fouls one back to the screen. Count at 1-2. McPherson leads 4-3 over Ottawa. Top of the 6th inning. Due up for McPherson is Deutsch, Bacon, and Smith in the bottom half of the inning. 1-2 pitch from Baroni. And Carney strikes out. And that will end the threat for Ottawa as we head to the bottom of the 6th. Ottawa still trailing 4-3. You'll listen to Lady Braves softball on 1220 and 103.7 FM KOFO.
This is Chase Dingle of Dingle & Son Mortuary. I recently joined my father in business, and I am looking forward to working with families in Miami and Franklin County. Lewisburg will be my home base, and I am eager to make friends and meet the neighbors.
Dingle & Son Mortuary, 785-242-2323.
They've come together to make you feel whole. Ransom Memorial Health is now Advent Health Ottawa. You can count on Advent Health Ottawa to remain committed to delivering exceptional, compassionate, and personal care, supporting your body, mind, and spirit. Visit AdventHealthOttawa.com. KOFO and State Farm agent Ryan Disbro are at it again, sending you to the K to see the Kansas City Royals this season. To win tickets, register at Ryan's State Farm office at 504 Redbud Avenue in Garnett, and you could be there to see the Royals host the Phillies on May 11th. We'll announce the winner on May 9th during the Brad Howard Early Morning Show.
Yarborough works from the stretch, and the lefty deals, and he butts it to the right side. Pitcher has it. His only play will be to first, but nobody's home, and everybody's safe, and the Royals lead is 3-1.
Register now to see the Kansas City Royals from State Farm agent Ryan Disbro and KOFO.
Ottawa able to get the bases loaded with 1 out, unable to bring a run home, and they still trail by 1, 4-3 as McPherson comes to bat in the bottom of the 6th inning. 4, 5, and 6 of Deutsch, Bacon, and Smith for the Bulldogs. Deutsch, the first baseman, has had a walk, hit by pitch, and singled to left. That single to left, unfortunately, was the fly ball to Corey Lacey that she just lost in the sun. First pitch to Deutsch, breaking ball that Deutsch is way out in front of and counted 0-1. First time we've seen that off speed from Kaler. She had Deutsch way out in front, and the way McPherson swings at the first pitch, not a bad idea to mix it in every couple of batters. 0-1 pitch to Deutsch again, breaking ball and off speed, and the count to 0-2. No outs here in the bottom of the 6th inning for McPherson, leading by 1 over Ottawa. Oh, 2 pitch. In there for strike 3 as the cleanup hitter Deutsch goes down looking. Kaler's 4th strikeout. as the freshman from Topeka has just racked up innings in this tournament. Brings up Destiny Bacon. She takes fastball for a strike. A 1 pitch to the lefty. Going to be hit to short. Taylor going to backhand it, go to first, gets the out for the second out of the inning. Ottawa's defense, after that rough inning where they had 3 errors, which could be blamed on the sun, could be blamed on a lot of things, but Ottawa has been able to battle back and get themselves into this game after being down 4-1. All the air taken out of the 2 outs, bottom of the 6th. First pitch popped out of play, count to 0-1. For the Braves in the 7th, 2 up is Cotlaurie, Loomis, and KO. Down at 0-1, 2 outs, bottom of the 6th. Allie Smith at the plate. 0-1 pitch low, count at 1-1. Taylor 134 pitches. 1-1 count, 2 outs. 1-1 pitch to Smith is going to be lifted to left field. Lacey looking for it. Finally finds it and makes the grab for the 3rd out. Ottawa has 3 outs left to keep their season alive. They need to score 1. We head to the 7th. You're listening to Ottawa University Lady Braves softball on 1220 and 103.7 FM KOFO.
Sports, information, and entertainment in East Central Kansas. KOFO K279CS Ottawa, where keeping you informed comes first.
What it means to be an OU Brave is to be yourself. What I've learned here is I've created memories with friends, and I was actually really comfortable being in my own skin here. Everybody has their own personality, and we're all unique here, just trying to live significant lives. And I think I'm going to leave here with an imprint that will last forever and that I can hold on to and look back at and laugh at and see that I not only learned something, but I created friendships and memories that will always stick with me. That's what it means to be brave, to be yourself.
Be a brave. Visit ottawa.edu.
America is kept safe because the Army National Guard responds, protects, and supports our nation when it needs them most. The Army National Guard responds to disasters such as wildfires and floods. They protect us with missile defense, cybersecurity, and civilian support teams for chemical, biological, and radiological hazards. Be there for your community and your country. Visit NationalGuard.com to learn more about part-time service. Sponsored by the Kansas Army National Guard. Aired by the Kansas Association of Broadcasters and this station.
Ottawa with 3 outs left to find a run to extend this one. Cotlaurie, Romero, followed by KO. 4, 5, and 6. As Cotlaurie has 3 singles and 3 RBIs. All 3 runs batted in have been by the senior Elena Cotlaurie. As she faces Barone. First pitch to Cotlaurie. Out on the outside corner for strike 1, and the count to 0-1. Cotlaurie now with 51 runs batted in on the year. Average .425. Oh, 1 pitch to Cotlaurie. Lifts one to left field. It's going back at the wall. It is just foul. Just misses a home run. And count at 0-2. As Cotlaurie starting to smell blood in the water here with Barone. She is behind in the count at 0-2. Pitch from Barone. Low, she's going to hit a chopper back up the middle. Shortstop Smith gets the throw for out number 1. 1 down here in the 7th. Cotlaurie, 3 for 4. Alexa Romero at the plate. Back-to-back seniors sitting here, Cotlaurie and Romero. 2 outs left for Ottawa. Keep their tournament alive. First pitch to Romero, fastball high and outside for ball 1. Romero 0 for 3 with a strikeout. One 0 pitch from Baroni. Going to be lifted foul by Romero and out of play. Romero this season, 20 runs batted in, 1 homer. But Ottawa doesn't need a homer right now. They need a base runner. One 0 pitch. He's going to hit the third, and it's over the head of the third baseman as Romero is going to be safe at first. There was a throw by the shortstop, Bacon. But Romero gets an infield single. As that brings, my apologies, Lindsey Loomis to the plate, and then Shayla Kay. We have the sun in our face here, so tough to see the computer. Loomis, 0 for 3 with 2 strikeouts. She did have the game-tying single against Avila yesterday in the 7th inning to tie it at 6. Today they were looking for her to get on base with 1 out, top of the 7th. Runner at first base. Pinch runner for Romero is Haley Crowder. First pitch to Loomis is lefted, heading foul, and it does get out of play. Counted 0-1. Loomis, the junior from Wichita, Kansas. Transferred from Pratt Community College. Behind in the count at 0-1. 1 out, top of the 7th. Ottawa trailing 4-3. Runner at first base. Oh, 1 pitch to Loomis. Fastball for a strike 2. 0-2 count to Loomis. 1 out. Ottawa trailing by 1. Down to their last 2 outs. 0-2 pitch. Fastball just misses. The count to 1-2. Baroni thought she had it. Loomis, 237 average, 1 home run, 14 RBIs. Did have a fly out to left in the 4th inning, but that was up against the starter, Betker. 1-2 pitch to Loomis. She'll pop up in the infield. This one's tailing foul, though, and will get out of play as that wind just pushing everything out to the left side. Now, Loomis stays alive for 1 more pitch. Haley Crowder, the sophomore outfielder from Lewisburg, Kansas, standing at first base. 1-2 count to Lindsey Loomis, the left-handed hitter. One-two pitch from Baroni. Low, it's going to be hit up the middle for a base hit. As Loomis gets a single. And Shayla Kao coming to the plate. Back-to-back singles for Ottawa. Here with 1 out in the 7th. Can the Cardiac Kids do it one more time? Find a way to extend this game. Tying run at second. Go ahead run at first. KO at the plate. First pitch to Brooke. And that ball is going to be foul. As laying out for it at third base was Taylor. Made a nice play. But it was a little outside the chalk. Now 0-1 on KO. Had a double against Kansas Wesleyan earlier this afternoon. They brought in 2 runners. Ottawa with 2 outs left. 0-1 count to Shayla Kao. Top of the 7th. 0-1 pitch. Driven down the line, just foul. Kao was on top of that fastball from Baroni. She is now behind at 0-2. KL 279 average. 1 home run and 12 RBIs. Sierra Retley in the on-deck circle. 0-2 count to KL. Baroni ready. 0-2 pitch. Outside. Count to 1-2. KO, a junior, 5'6", from Nanakuli, Hawaii, by way of Iowa Central Community College. 1-2 count, 1 out. Top of the 7th. Pitch from Baroni. And KL pops it out of play for a foul ball. Count remains at 1-2 as Baroni went to the changeup. And KL out in front of it just gets a piece. KL singled his left center in the 4th and reached on an error in the 6th. 4-3 the score in favor of McPherson. 1 out. Top of the 7th. Runners at 1st and 2nd for Ottawa. 1-2 pitch, and it's outside. As the count to 2-2 as Baroni tried the slider, and it misses off to the right side of the plate. 2-2 count. Pitch from Baroni. KL gets under it. It's tailing foul, still tailing foul, and gets out of play. As chasing was Taylor and Bacon from 3rd and short. As KL is going to see one more pitch at least. Crowder stands on 2nd. Loomis stands on 1st. For a single from Romero, a pinch runner Crowder. And Loomis had a single of her own up the middle. Ottawa down by 1. Tying run at 2nd. Go ahead, run at 1st. Top of the 7th inning. 2-2 to KO. Pitch from Baroni. And she's going to hit this one deep to left field. It's going to be foul, though, as it is way over the fence. Unfortunately, it is a foul ball. As KO looking to straighten it up, as that one cleared both the temporary fence and the regular fence. Unfortunately, it's not on the right side of the chalk. But the good thing is that she gets another shot out of here at 2-2. 1 out. Top of the 7th, Ottawa trailing 4-3 to McPherson College. Two-two pitch from Baroni. Breaking ball outside. Count goes full. Full count. The Hawaii native. Three-two pitch, 1 out. KL looks at ball 4. And the bases are loaded with 1 out for Sierra Retley. And there will be a mound visit here. 1 out, top of the 7th, bases loaded for Ottawa. 2 singles and a walk after the Cotlory ground out to start the inning, which Cotlory just missed a home run that cleared the fence as it went foul. KL hit one, still hasn't landed, but it was also foul. KL looking for a pinch runner here. Looks like they are going to get her one. Wait to see which number it is. No matter what happens here, this Ottawa team, time after time, finds a way to keep themselves in games. Down 4-1, had 3 errors in the 4th inning. All the momentum completely gone, and Ottawa finds a way to get back in it. They trail 4-3, top of the 7th, bases loaded, 1 out for Sierra Retley. Tommy Lynn Hickman stands in the on-deck circle for Ottawa. Retley is 0 for 2. Had a sacrifice bunt back in the 6th. Baroni's ready to go. First pitch to Retley. She swings at 1 and fouls it out of play. Count at 0-1. Retley 264 with the average. No home runs, 7 RBIs. The catcher for Ottawa here in Game 2. Designated player back in Game 1. For First time facing Baroni. Oh, 1 pitch to Retley. Outside, and the count goes to 1-1. As Baroni takes a nice stroll in the circle. Not happy with that one. I can't really blame her. Looks really good from here. 1-1 the count to Retley. Bases loaded for Ottawa. 1 out, top of the 7th. 1-1 pitch. Retley swings at one. It's going to be lined for a base hit. Ottawa's going to score 1. Coming home to the plate, looking to score, and it's safe. Is Loomis, and Ottawa takes the lead. 5-4. Unbelievable. On a 2 RBI single from Sierra Retley. And there's going to be a meeting with the umpires here. Not sure what this conversation could be about, but it's the head coach for McPherson coming out to talk to the umpire. Tony Segovia comes out. But Retley does it again in this tournament. Brings up Tommy Lynn Hickman with runners on the corners and 1 out. Ottawa looking for some insurance here. That's Matty Brown, who is the pinch runner at third base. Retley at first. Pitch to Hickman, tries the bunt, but misses. As the count is at 0-1. No balls and 1 strike to Hickman. 1 out. Top of the 7th, Ottawa has a lead 5-4. Still at the plate. Hickman fouls one back to the screen and the count to 0-2. After Hickman would be Lacey. But Ottawa, knowing the bats that McPherson has, would like to add to the lead here, if possible. Oh, 2 count to Hickman. Runners at the corners, 1 out. Ottawa scored 2 in the inning, take the 5-4 lead. 0-2 pitch. Retley fouls one out of play. That one was a ball way out of the zone, but somehow she gets a piece of it. Foul it back. Avila waiting the winner of this one. Game slated to start at 7:30. No balls and 2 strikes. Baroni facing Tommy Lynn Hickman. 0-2 pitch from Baroni, and Hickman fouls it off the screen. Count stays at 0-2. Matty Brown standing at third. Sarah Retley at first base for Ottawa with 1 out. Top of the 7th. Ottawa leading 5-4. Oh, 2 pitch to Hickman. She looks at a fastball just outside as the count goes to 1-2. Delayed still there by Ottawa as Retley got about halfway. And then the ball got back to the pitcher, and she made her way back all the way to second as McNolan covering there for McPherson on the delayed steal. Runners at second, third. 1-2 pitch to Tommy Lynn Hickman, and she'll strike out looking for the second out of the inning. As Corey Lacey will come to the plate here with 2 outs. Lacey at 2 for 4. Scored a run. Chance to extend the lead here for Ottawa, up 5-4. First pitch to Lacey outside for ball 1. And count at 1-0. Ottawa had 3 straight singles after the first out of the inning. And then got the RBI single from Sierra Retley to bring in 2 to take the lead. 1-0 pitch to Lacey. Fastball inside corner for strike 1, and the count at 1-1. Brown at third, Retley at second. 1-1 count, 2 outs, top of the 7th. Corey Lacey at the dish. 1-1 pitch. Lacey fouls it down the left side as it gets out of play. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Lacey will dig in, ready to go. One-two count. Lacey faces Baroni. 1-2 pitch, and she fouls it out of play one more time. Baroni up to 52 pitches. One ball and 2 strikes to Corey Lacey. 2 outs, top of the 7th, Ottawa leading 5-4. 1-2 pitch as Lacey will chop one to the pitcher, but she will be out by a couple steps. Ottawa takes the lead 5-4, 3 outs away from moving on. You're listening to Lady Braves Softball on 1220 and 103.7 FM KOFO.
It is good to know your AC is ready for the summer. Before it gets hot, call Adamson Brothers for a spring tune-up today at 785-242-9273. Adamson Brothers, maintaining your comfort for over 30 years.
Need a recap of the ball game? Subscribe today and never miss a score by reading the Ottawa Herald sports page or visit online at ottawaherald.com. A 3-month subscription is only $24 plus tax, and that includes internet access. Call the Ottawa Herald at 242-4700, option 2.
KOFO is your home for Kansas City Royals baseball in East Central Kansas. Whether it's at the K or away, you can hear all the action in 2019 on 103.7 FM and 1220. Brought to you by our title sponsor, State Farm Insurance Agent Ryan Disbro in Garnett, and our mini game sponsors who make the broadcast possible. We encourage you to visit these fine merchants who know what it means to be always royal. Your sports source and home of the Kansas City Royals in East Central Kansas is KOFO.
Ottawa scores 2 in the top of the 7th inning, down to their last 3 outs. To take the lead 5-4, they need 3 outs to move on to take on Avila at 7:30. And they're going to do it against hitters 7, 8, and 9, Davis, Correa, Conrad. Davis, the left fielder. She is on the day 0 for 1. I think that 0 for 2 had a line out and a strikeout, and then 1 walk. Taylor out there to start the 7th. McPherson needs 1 to tie, 2 to win. First pitch from Taylor. Fastball, strike 1. Down at 0-1. No balls and 1 strike to Davies. Second pitch, high, and the count to 1-1. Person has had a leadoff runner in 5 of the 6 innings they have hit it. 1-1 pitch, breaking ball low. Count to 2-1. No outs here, bottom of the 7th. Ottawa leading 5-4. 2 balls and 1 strike. Delivery from Kaler, low and inside. Count to 3-1. Three-one count to Davies. Fastball in there for strike 2, and the count goes full. Three balls and 2 strikes. Kaler facing Davies. No outs. Bottom of the 7th. 3-2 pitch. Just misses. And the walk. And a leadoff walk for Davies. Just a little inside. And the 154 hitter gets on with a walk, her second of the day. Brings up Jordan Correa, the second baseman. Wouldn't be shocked with a sacrifice bunt here. Ottawa's got to be ready to go quickly. First pitch here to Correa. She'll show bunt, drop it down, and it is a foul ball. Down to 0-1. Correa motoring down the line, has lots of speed. As Kaler is going to have a mound visit here from assistant Sam Mendez. Talk about what Ottawa wants to do. Correa did show bunt on that first one and foul it back. Ottawa's got to be prepared for it here. Ottawa has scored 5 runs on 11 hits. McPherson 4 runs on 8 hits, has 2 errors. Ottawa with 3. Both teams 11 left on base. Ottawa leads 5-4, bottom of the 7th, no outs. 0-1 count to Correa. Chelsea Conrad, the 9-hitter, on deck. Delivery from Kaler. 0-1 pitch, bunted to third, and it's going to be a foul ball. Count to 0-2. Correa put that one just to the right side of the line and managed to spin back to the foul side. No balls and 2 strikes to Correa. Oh, 2 pitch. Breaking ball misses outside for ball 1. The count's at 1-2. One ball and 2 strikes. Davies at first for McPherson. No outs. 1-2 pitch. Outside again. Count to 2-2. Two count. No outs here in the bottom of the 7th. 2-2 pitch. Popped up and out of play. Two balls and 2 strikes to Correa. Pitch from Kaler. Lifted to left field. Lacey's going to go back. Looking to make the grab, and does for the first out of the inning. Long fly ball to left field, and 1 down in the bottom of the 7th for McPherson. Brings to the plate designated player Chelsea Conrad, who has a single and 2 groundouts. 307 average, no home runs, 8 RBIs. First pitch from Kaler. In there for strike 1. No balls and a strike to Conrad. Runner at first. Pitch from Kaler. Going to be fouled down the third base line. Count to 0-2. No balls and 2 strikes to Conrad. 1 out, bottom of the 7th. Ottawa leading 5-4. Runner at first for McPherson. 0-2 pitch outside. Count to 1-2. Kaler 148 pitches. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Pitch from Kaler. Hit to second. And Ottawa looking to double up. It goes off the helmet of the runner, but it kicks to the Ottawa dugout off the fence. And no harm done as the runner stayed at first. Almost got a double play as Carty made the grab it short. Threw it over to first. 2 outs in the inning. And coming to the plate for McPherson, it'll be Jessica Jones. Jones 2 for 4. A single, pop to the catcher and reach base on an error. Along with grounding to the pitcher again in the 5th. First pitch to Jones, outside. And it's down at 1-0. Tying run at first, go ahead, run at the plate. 1 ball and no strikes, 2 outs. Bottom of the 7th inning. Kaler's pitch, going to be bunted to her. Going to have to go quickly. And she is safe at first. So runners at first and second and 2 out. Blazing speed by Jones down the line. Brings up the third baseman, Kylesia Taylor. Good bunt. On a slap bunt down the line from Jones, and she gets her second hit of the afternoon. And Kylesia Taylor comes to the plate with the tying run at second. Go ahead, run it first. Breaking ball to Taylor, a little high. Count to 1-0. Taylor's 2 for 4, has scored a run, has a triple, and lined to center, or had a single to short in the 4th. Last 2 at-bats have resulted in hits for her. 1-0 pitch to Taylor. In there for strike 1, and the count evens at 1-1. 5-4, Ottawa leads, bottom of the 7th. 2 outs. Taylor at the plate. Taylor trying to go the distance here for Ottawa. 1-1 pitch, breaking ball that Taylor just gets a piece of. And the count to 1-2. One-two count. 2 outs, bottom of the 7th. Runners at first and second for the Bulldogs. To Kylesia Taylor. 1-2 pitch from Taylor, breaking ball outside. Count to 2-2. Jenna Christensen standing on deck. And Ottawa hoping to leave her there. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Pitch from Claire Taylor. Popped up in the infield. Carney comes and makes the grab, and Ottawa's done it again. And they will play one more in this tournament at least, as they will take on Avila as they come back to win 5-4 with 2 runs in the 7th. And they will play at, 7:30 already, so assume we're going to have 30 minutes between this game and the next, as Ottawa will take on Avila. Play their 3rd game of the day. We'll take a break. You're listening to Lady Braves softball on 1220 and 103.7 FM KOFO.
I came here to run cross country, and it ended up being way different than I thought it was going to be. It's unlike anything I've ever been a part of to be on the team. Everyone is so completely different. There are people you never thought you'd be friends with, nothing like your outside friends, but somehow you all click to be the same and have the same interests, but yet completely different. Everyone's always there for you. It's not just about running. Friendships and families, like they're your siblings when you're away from home. That's what it means to be a part of the Braves cross country and track team, to be a family.
Be a Brave. Visit ottawa.edu. The year was 1949. Harry Truman was in the White House. The Yankees won the World Series. Vaughn Monroe was on top of the charts.
Ghost riders in the sky.
And KOFO was on the air. We thank you for listening.
70 years of information and entertainment. KOFO.
This is Eric Price, funeral director at Lamb Roberts Funeral Home in Ottawa, Baldwin City, and Overbrook. We're proud to be involved in the communities we serve and support the youth of today, because they're our leaders for tomorrow. Lamb Roberts Funeral Home, providing compassionate care when you need it most.
Hey Royals fans, this is Steve Stewart. Don't miss a game, home or away this season. Keep it locked on to your source for information and entertainment and Royals baseball in East Central Kansas, 1220 and 103.7 FM KOFO.
KOFO and State Farm agent Ryan Disbro are at it again, sending you to the K to see the Kansas City Royals this season. To win tickets, register at Ryan's State Farm office at 504 Redbud Avenue in Garnett, and you could be there to see the Royals host the Phillies on May 11th. We'll announce the winner on May 9th during the Brad Howard Early Morning Show.
Yarborough works from the stretch and the lefty deals, and he bunts it to the right side. Pitcher has it. His only play will be to first, but nobody's home, and everybody's safe, and the Royals lead is 3-1.
Register now to see the Kansas City Royals from State Farm agent Ryan Disbro and KOFO.
Ottawa comes back again in this tournament as they get the victory 5-4 over McPherson College, the co-KCAC champions, to eliminate them from the KCAC tournament. I'm joined by head coach Jay Kent. Coach, we'll start with your pitching and defense. Brandy Kaler, 158 pitches from the freshman. What a performance to get you to the last game of the day.
She was outstanding. I mean, man, you can't say enough about her. I mean,
you know, and she had chances to fold. Our defense was really good except for one inning. and I'm not sure we could be any worse than we were that one inning. But, you know, somehow I told them this when we came in after. I said, I don't know how you guys did it, but you kept on the 2 runs after all that. You kept yourself in this, and you know, now we got to go do it at the plate. But Brandy was, I mean, I didn't realize 150 I knew was a lot, but you know, it's still every arm on deck now has got to be ready to go.
Well, in that inning for your defense, unfortunately, the sun, just at that perfect angle, Lacey loses one in the sun. 3 balls, of course, get hit to Carney, that left side of the infield. It just is unfortunate, but your team didn't let it become deflating.
Now, you know, Carney has 6 errors on the year, and all of a sudden she's got back-to-back ones, and you know, then it kind of snowballed. But like I said, I mean, we kept on the 2 runs after it seemed like about 4 or 5 errors in an inning, and you know, you got to give Brandy a lot of credit for hanging in there and cutting it out, because you know that would have been easy for a freshman to fold right there.
Kyle Laurie comes through again, ends up with 3 RBIs, and just came up to the plate again with runners on base. There's been times throughout the year where she's had a chance to hit with runners on. In this tournament, she's gotten that opportunity.
I'll tell you what, I mean, I'm not sure I've coached anybody over my 18 years that I'd feel more comfortable with coming up in that situation. I mean, she's just done it time and time again, and I probably see this, unless their space is loaded, Avila won't pitch to her. I mean, they've shown that already, and but, you know, big-time players come up big time in big-time situations, and Kyle Laurie's done that for a long, long time now.
Well, a player that in this tournament has made a believer out of a lot of people at the plate is Sierra Retley. She has come to the plate in huge situations and has delivered every single time.
No, she's been outstanding. It's like the later the game goes, the better she's gotten. I mean, versus Tabor, a big hit, you know, versus, you know, the other day it's like, man, I mean, today the 2-run single in the 7th to split the head. So, no, she's been awesome down the stretch for us.
Well, Coach, you've got Avila coming up, a team that you lost to in extra innings yesterday. You'll face a different pitcher to start the game. Looks like, just watching warm-up over here, Aiken will be on the mound. You saw her for the last 3 innings of that game. 3rd game of the day, it's just digging deep.
It is, man. It's all about guts now. You know, everybody's tired, everybody's beat up, and we're definitely no different. I mean, we got people out there that can barely walk and trying to play, and you know, if you lose, you get all summer to rest. So there's you might as well put it on the line and see what you can do and try to make something happen.
Well, Coach, thanks so much for joining us, and good luck in the 3rd game of the day. This will be the final one for both teams in this contest as the championship series starts tomorrow. As Ottawa will look to go 3 for 3 as they take on the Avila Eagles and avenge their loss from earlier in the tournament. We'll take a break. You're listening to Ottawa University Lady Braves softball on 1220 and 103.7 FM KOFO.
America is kept safe because the Army National Guard responds, protects, and supports our nation when it needs them most. The Army National Guard responds to disasters such as wildfires and floods. They protect us with missile defense, cybersecurity, and civilian support teams for chemical, biological, and radiological hazards. Be there for your community and your country. Visit NationalGuard.com to learn more about part-time service. Sponsored by the Kansas Army National Guard, aired by the Kansas Association of Broadcasters and this station.
KOFO is your home for Kansas City Royals baseball in East Central Kansas. Whether it's at the K or away, you can hear all the action in 2019 on 103.7 FM and 1220. Brought to you by our title sponsor, State Farm Insurance Agent Ryan Dispro in Garnett, and our many game sponsors who make the broadcast possible. We encourage you to visit these fine merchants who know what it means to be always royal. Your sports source and home of the Kansas City Royals in East Central Kansas is KOFO.
Final numbers for Ottawa: 5 runs, 11 hits, 3 errors. For McPherson, 4 runs, 9 hits, 2 errors. Kyle Laurie leads the way with 3 RBIs. Sierra Retley with the other 2 in the 7th inning as Ottawa lives to fight one more day and make it fight another 30 minutes as they get set to take on Avila on their 3rd game of the day. And looking at warm-ups here, Kylie Saunders will be on the bump for the Lady Braves with Kyle Laurie behind the plate. We're going to take a break. We come back, we'll have Game 3. You're listening to Lady Braves softball on 1220 and 103.7 FM KOFO.
We hope you you enjoyed this OU Lady Brave softball broadcast from the KCAC tournament in Great Bend. Brought to you by Sutton's Jewelry, Quality Structures Incorporated, Advent Health Ottawa, Lamb Roberts Funeral Home, Ottawa University, and by Kramer Pharmacy, Kansas State Bank, Costantino's Price Chopper. This Lady Brave softball broadcast is also brought to you by the Ottawa Recreation Commission, Adamson Brothers, Dingle & Son Mortuary, CarStar, C.S. Cunningham Construction,